Okay, guys, welcome to Friday, November 14th. We're 2 days away from Thanksgiving. No, I'm just kidding. I just wanted to see if you guys are paying attention. Lorraine's like, what the hell? My bird isn't marinating yet. No, I'm just teasing. All right, so it's Joan. You guys see I got my tree up? You like it? I'm all proud of my pencil tree. Um, what we're doing today is we're really digging into questions that you guys have around your business. And Bets has brought up an extremely good question. And I think that everybody um, can benefit from this question. And we're going to kind of dive deeper into it because if it's not you, meaning you'll hear what I mean in a minute, it's going to be somebody that you're working with.
Tomorrow.
Okay. So Beth's question was, how do I really balance it when I have a full-time job and Beth's works 10-hour days? Sometimes it can be more because she has patients. And then she's got her, side hustles. She has a family. She's got grandkids, the whole works. Okay. So the first thing I want each of you to think about is, and let's just share some feedback here. What are the most important things that we need to be focusing on to build a business? Let's just start rattling off the list.
Connecting with people.
Okay, connecting with people. All right. What else? Oh,
Consistency.
what was that?
Consistency.
Okay, creating consistency. Absolutely. What else?
Following up with people.
Okay, following up with people. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a few more. So these are all good, just so you know, and they're all top priority. Reach outs, right? And this all falls under the same thing. But to me, what is most important is that I have a number of people that I'm touching every single day about my products or business. Okay. Now, the first thing I want you guys to think about is, do you lead with the business or do you lead with the product? And neither answer is wrong, but we need to really drill down and determine what it is. Now, I'm going to share with you guys, I've been doing this a long, long time. I am a person that typically leads with the business. Okay? No matter what I've been selling, whether it's beauty, health and wellness, now I do another business. I lead with the business, right? I want to draw people closer to me that want to make more money, that want to experience time freedom, that love running, that are high desire, all those things. Okay? So, what I have to do is I've got to have a number of people that work for me each day. So, Bets, that is the first thing that would be what I call a non-negotiable. Okay? A non-negotiable. Has everybody got that? So, doesn't matter what company you're in, doesn't matter what products you're selling, everybody needs to have a number of people, and this is new people that I'm going to touch per day. I don't even care if the number's two. It could be two, it could be five, it could be 10, it could be 25. What is that number? Now, Bets, you work 4 10s. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. So that means it leaves you 3 other free days. I want you to think about, of those 4 days, what would be reasonable for you to be a non-negotiable? It might be those 4 days, your goal is to touch how many new people? What is just a number that feels maybe slightly uncomfortable but doable that you would agree with yourself upon?
Um, Maybe 5 to 10. It
Okay.
depends on the day, but at least 5.
Okay. Let's just put that 5 is your non-negotiable. If
Okay.
you do more, you're getting brownie points from yourself. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Gina, what would be your number? Non-negotiable. I'm touching blank new people.
So when we talk about blank new people, we're talking like just reaching out to people on social media,
I'm
commenting
going
on
to
a
tell you
post.
how you're going to get them is going to, I'll tell you that in a minute. But what we
Okay.
want is we want to just be able to go, Joan reaches out to blank new people, whatever.
I'm gonna say 20 because I don't work.
Okay. So your number's 20. So write that down. Okay.
Okay.
So we got a 5, a 10, Allison.
Well, so I just have a question on, you say reach outs, are we talking like business approaches?
It does. So that's where I'm going with this. I would say that if you lead with the business, then you want how many new people am I going to touch and invite to look at my business? I mean, how we're going to do it, I'll share in just a minute. Just what would be the number? And it could be products. There's some people, I know it's not you though. So I think for you, it's going to be business. But, there's some people that only sell products. So then it would be how many
Yeah.
people? Yeah.
Um, I mean, I could sit down and do 150 in a day. So then, right, the next day, I probably wouldn't do anything. It depends on how many conversations I have going.
Okay. But if you
Because
were gonna,
because I don't do cold messages.
you don't
So it
do,
depends, like, if I have, let's say I've been talking to so many people and I have like a long list of people I'm talking to and
yeah,
active conversations,
yeah.
and I feel like it can go into the business, then yes. But I'm also not somebody who waits 6 months to then talk about the business.
Right,
So
right, right. So, and here's again what I want to share with you guys. Remember, you might be at a certain level, like 150, that's a lot. Um, that might overwhelm someone, but that might be doable for me. So I go back and I go, okay, what is my non-negotiable? Non-negotiable means no matter what, any given day I'm doing this. Okay, so Allison, I know what you're saying, and I know a little bit more about your business. So, all right, keep that number.
well, I mean, I think like adding, like talking to people and like starting conversations and not necessarily a business type approach. I
Sure.
mean, 20, probably a good 20 is good because then you can actually talk to people.
Okay, so 20 is your number. The reason why I'm doing this with you guys, I'll show you in just a minute. Lorraine, what is yours?
Uh, I'm going to say 5. I have to come
Okay,
up with a number, and
yeah, it's
if
fine. Yeah,
how I
it's
make
fine.
it work is further, but I'm
Uh,
just saying 5.
yeah, okay, great. Now, Bets, what I want to say to you, because you've got 4 10s, and Bets, you worked kind of the way I worked, right? In other words, when I was in my full-time mode, I was more like 4 10s. Okay. So on those days, I had less. And on my days, my 3 days, I had more. So you could establish something like that where your 3 days off, quote, you maybe reached out to more. But here's what I want you guys to hear. I also know people that take, one day of the 6 and they don't do reach outs that day. They're really focused on follow up. So, what I'm trying to show you is that you've got to be realizing that the people that talk to the most people are the people that win. Okay. So, what ends up happening though is if I give myself a number, let's say that I am Bets and I work 4 10s and I give myself 20 a day. I'm going to feel defeated if I only do 7 or 10 that day. Do you guys follow where I'm going with this? So you've got to give yourself a number that feels slightly uncomfortable, but that is still reasonable. Okay. So that's just what I'm going to say. Talking to new people is the most important thing that you can do for your business. That is the number one most important thing. Now let's talk a little bit about how we get to it. All right. So then we go into social media. All right. Now, you can get new people from a public, your pages are public. You can get new people from a post. You can get new people from collecting friends. You know, I know some people, no matter what, they're friending 2 people a day. I'm always getting 2 new friends. Okay. I'm going to tell you how I do it, you guys. When I make a public post, usually I have 4 or 5 people that I don't know, right? That appear on my reel, appear in my post, appear in my stories. So I'm just showing you that I don't need to maybe go out and direct message every single day because people attract to me and they do to you too. Are you guys following me? So I kind of use the post as a double dip or whatever. I don't have to direct message the day that I typically am doing a post. I'm going to be focused on making sure that that post stays at the top of the news feed. Now, I know, Beth, you're probably like, God, I know, but I'm working. But here's how I would suggest. I do engagement early in the morning before I go to work. So it could be, now I'm just giving you some options, that I get up a half hour earlier, or I organize my morning where I can go out and do 15 to 20 minutes of engagement. So I'm priming the pump, right? And then I do my post as I'm drinking my morning coffee or putting on my makeup. I'm kind of juggling a little bit there. All right. What we have to make sure of is that it works for you. All right. Because what I would rather see somebody do is do a little less than try to keep up with more, because you will constantly feel like you're chasing the tail. Okay. Now, the next thing I want you to consider is the next priority. What do you guys think are in the next levels of priority? So, in the top priorities, it's going to be talking to new people, follow up, and, you know, making sure that I'm keeping that pipeline going. Does that make sense? It's all kind of in one, though. For me, and again, I'm just going to show you my day. In the morning, I do get up pretty early, you guys. I get up about 4:30 or 5. I do spend right away when I wake up, I go meditate and pray. And then I go in and, like, right now, I haven't posted for a handful of days because I have so many follow-ups and reach outs and all that, right? I have so many, I can't post again right now, or I won't be able to keep up with it. But what I want you guys to know is I do what I can within the set time that I allot myself. All right? Now, you guys know, like, here I am right here. This is another job I have. I'm not reaching my phone and trying to answer people. They're going to have to wait. All right? So I'm blocking my time. Bets, are you able to block some, 15 or half hour time blocks?
Yeah, I think that's what I need to do is just schedule my time and stick to it.
Okay. That is a discipline, and I want you guys to know it's not easy. I struggle with it, and I've been doing this 25 years, you know? So I do let my calendar be my disciplinary. I know that sounds kind of funny. And if I can't get to something that I've scheduled, it's usually not a non-negotiable. So I literally know what my non-negotiables are. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If for some reason it's still not working, even after I try to, adjust my schedule and line up and all this stuff, then I have to go back and readjust. So I want to give you permission, Bets, to maybe do, God, you guys, I'm sorry, I cut myself shaving. Anyway, I want to give you guys, Bets, I want to give you an opportunity that you can also book a one-on-one with me, and I will even help you kind of go through your schedule if you want.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Okay. So, um, just reach out to me and let's maybe get on the calendar over the weekend, and
Okay,
maybe I can help you get right in there. All right?
okay, that'd be great.
Okay. Um, so the next couple things that I want you guys to remember, or you're going to hate your life, is you got to book in the fun. You got to book in a date night or whatever you like to do for yourself. You got to book in a nail appointment or whatever you want. So please remember that we many of us are going, I feel spread thin, you guys. Sometimes I miss people in the DMs. Sometimes I confuse people and think they're on my team, they're a client. There's just it's just there's a lot going on. Gina, you're laughing. Sometimes I think they're yeah, I'm like, yes, I do know you. No, just kidding. But my point is there is no there's no there's no way to feel like, oh my God, I've got everything just buttoned up and I'm just perfect. Do you get what I mean? So I want you to give yourselves a little bit of a break. But what I did and what I continue to do is I prioritize the most important things. And in order to grow a business, the most important things are keeping my personal business at the forefront, and then it comes to my team business. Okay. Now I'm going to share something with you guys. And again, sometimes we're hanging on by a thread just with what we've got in our own, you know, in our own, just for our own personal business. And then you're like, oh my God, now I have a team business, right? So what I do is I book, a once a week training for my team so that everybody has one place to come one time a week. And I do record the call. So if I'm not connecting with every single team member, and as you guys are learning through the coaching, right? Not everybody needs coaching, but we do need one thing a week, even if it's a half hour for the total team and for the community. And what you're going to find is when you provide that, or if your upline has it and you tell your team, right now, this is the call that we're all going to. It's kind of like, I want you to think of yourself as a server. Has anybody here been a waitress, a server before in their day? Yeah, pretty much all of us have. Everyone's like, oh, we've been there, flow at one point or another in our lives, right?
Weeks for the $1.19 steakhouse.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
That's all
Okay,
it took.
really? Wow. Okay, but here's what I want you guys to know. Okay, we tend to feel this responsibility for people. We just do. You are not responsible for every single person's success or failure. Okay, there are tools in place, and Bets, I'm sure you have got tools. I'm sure all of you guys have boards or there's tools in place for people to succeed. Okay. So I don't want anybody to like, oh my God, I have no time for my team. This is why I say sometimes I want to book a call with people so that I can help you figure out what would be workable for you and in the best interest of their team. Because you guys, there are many leaders that operate 6 and 7 figure businesses that have other jobs, or they're operating a brand, or they're in multiple businesses. In fact, more so right now than ever, people are doing, oh God, hi you guys. Oh, my grandkids are here. People are doing, come here. Hi, honeys. Just you guys here, let me stop, pause. So it's like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I feel overwhelmed. And by the way, I want you to write this down. The definition of overwhelm is I've manifested more than feels comfortable right now. Okay? I've manifested more than what feels comfortable right now. Okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to start prioritizing. Okay. So think about this, you've got a server, right? And she got seated with 8 tables. Now I want you to think about you're somebody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. It's fine. Sophie, come out here. Oh, the little guy's mad because he can't stay. Jeez. Thank God he can't stay. He's a handful. Okay. So what we want to think about when you're one of those 8 tables. If the server just ignores you, it feels like, wow, I'm ignored over here. I'm out alone. Like, but if they just come by and greet you and give you some water, doesn't that bide some time? Do you see where I'm going with this? When they come by and they tell you, hey, you know what? I just got sad. I got, a lot of tables here. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to give you some water and I'm going to get you some bread. It gives her time, right? And you feel good. You're just, having that nice conversation with your guests or whatever. So I want you to think about that with your people. Sometimes we think that we've got to give our people like hours of our time for them to feel good and comfortable. And that's just not true, is it? So I want you to feel really good about the fact that, do you have a team chat where people can utilize each other? Or do you have a Facebook group where people can interact and use and be in community with each other? And if you have a once a week, even 30-minute call, you've provided enough. Are you guys with me on this? Is this helpful?
Would the
Okay.
team chat be like a WhatsApp type of thing? Or
Sure, sure. I do my team chat in Messenger because that's where most people are. So
Mhm.
I like to keep people kind of under the same roof, right? But I mean, it can be what you feel is going to work best for your team. Are you thinking because you have a global team, or is
No, I'm just thinking because, other companies that I am involved in have WhatsApp.
sure,
And I mean, we have Messenger with this company,
right?
and there's a bunch of, I know that there's a bunch of Messenger groups, but
Yeah,
I just didn't know if it was like easier to do a WhatsApp or just to do like the Messenger. I don't
yeah. I'm going to
know.
give
And
you
the other
my
the other
opinion.
question I have for you. Go ahead,
Yeah,
answer that, and then I have another question.
yeah. Sophia, come get my phone, okay? All right, come out. Okay, go ahead. What was
Um,
your question? Yeah.
so why do some people friend you and then others follow you?
Oh, okay. Well, that depends on sometimes the platform. So like, Instagram. Are you talking just Facebook?
Facebook.
Just Facebook. Have you maxed out your friends?
No, no.
Oh, okay. So they probably just chose to follow you. I'd have to look at your profile.
I think I
Let
might
me,
have a ban too on my messaging type of thing because
can
I
you
sent,
can you friend people?
to be
Let me
honest, I
let me just look real
haven't
quick.
really been friending people.
Let me just look real quick, Gina, at your profile real quick.
You can look at your account status and find out if you have a ban or something wrong.
Well, it
Yeah.
says that my account there's like, there's some restrictions, but it doesn't tell me what the restrictions are. But I know that I can't message anybody I'm following unless they're my friends.
That's how it is. Nobody can.
No, even if I press the little buttons, because I had Betsy try it.
Yeah.
And like I was trying to talk with this girl who I was talking with, and all of a sudden, like her message went away, and she's like, I can't message you. I can't even find you. Like I went to her spam folder. Then there wasn't even an option for her to message me. I couldn't find an option to message her. But when Betsy went to her profile, she's like, I see it.
Oh,
So
so
I
Did
don't
she
know
block
what
you?
happened. What?
Well, did she block you?
No, we were talking. Finally, she found me in the spam folder, but it was missing from the profile where it was before for her to message me. And then,
That's weird.
yeah,
Oh,
so
how
I don't
cute
know
is
if
she?
what's
this
that? I don't know if I did something wrong or I have no idea.
this is Sophia.
Hi, Sophia.
Can you say hi? Hi.
Hi.
Can you say nice to meet you? Say it. Nice to meet you. All right, you're going to be a big girl because Gigi's on her call with her ladies. So I'll let you watch. Oh,
We're her ladies. I love it.
with her ladies. Can you say thanks, Gigi? Okay, I'll put you right here. Tell Gigi if you got to go potty. She's giving me a shot. That's so funny. Okay, you know what I recognized, Gina, when I looked at your profile too? It's you've got it in professional mode, so and which you should, right? I'm
Yeah.
gonna put a little note here, but I do think you need to go into the back and see what's going on in your under your insights. I had you guys, I'm just gonna tell you this. This is kind of embarrassing. But I had the little kids were in the tub, you know, and there was like a bubble bath, and I took a picture. And, Sophia's 3, and one of her little boobs, I mean, she's a kid, right? Well, I didn't even notice it, right? I mean, they were laughing, haha, and I put it in my stories, and I got a mark on me because they said I used child nudity, and I like went back to look at the picture, and I mean, literally, it was like like a little side view, like, I mean, I get it, but I didn't like, oh my God. So I got a mark on me.
Delete that from your archive, okay?
Oh yeah, I did that.
Okay, good.
Jeez, I know, I just about died. But like I had to go because it went into review and everything, right? Yeah, I know. Go ahead, Gina.
I had something too. I had a friend post something, and it was a friend. This is like a couple years ago, and I
Yeah.
just wrote, "Oh my God, I would kill you if you posted a picture like me, of me like that." And
Oh
then
yeah.
they were like, "You're a po." I'm like, "What did I do?"
Yeah.
And because I used the word kill, I was like, "Really?"
Oh yeah. I know. Um, yeah, I mean,
I have a whole nother vocabulary to get around censorship, so that's
yeah, I know. There's some, um, I know.
be careful just misspelling words too nowadays because they pick up on that.
I mean, it's
So
really,
this is what it says. It
yeah,
says profile has some issues. We restricted your profile as a safety measure because your activity may not follow our rules.
our
So then
guideline.
when I hit view details, but this is from September 16th.
Yeah,
And it said we removed your post. And I hate to even admit what I did, but I'm gonna tell you guys what I did. So this is like when I first, because I don't really never really use Facebook as my social media thing. So
yeah.
it was like a Saturday. This is back September 16th. And I'm on it, and a Cardi B live came up, And it was like, if you share this to 14 groups, the first person who, like, the first 100 people that share this to 14 groups will get whatever. So like an idiot, I did it, and it was spam.
Oh gosh.
So
Yeah.
I don't know if they restricted me to be able to like message people and stuff because I did that. Does that sound like something that would happen?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Allison, don't you think so? I mean, I know that because I've dealt with this a lot.
so
Not
how long?
I had a
well,
shadow ban last 6 months, 4 weeks, 4 days, 10 hours, and 32 minutes.
oh
I
my
knew
God,
Oh my
I knew
Allison.
exactly
Yeah.
when it came off.
But they
It
don't tell you. That's the other
no.
thing. Did you?
I just got like the warning you violated community
Yeah.
guidelines. Fact checks are worse.
Yeah.
So you I'll just tell y'all, don't post other people's content literally ever. Okay,
No.
because that
No.
will okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're doing that and it looks like spam, yeah, they're gonna probably restrict you. So just be careful how many people you're friending a day.
Yeah. I recommend that people only friend anywhere from 2 to 5 people a day.
But should I friend them or just follow them?
Well, I personally, if you're on Facebook, you want to
Yeah.
friend them because you aren't going to be able to, well, I've understood it that you can't message unless you're friends anyway. Yeah. So I think you
Oh,
want
okay.
to be sure that you're friending people.
Okay.
And if
Face-
you're not, this is the other thing too, is just consider it like this. If you're not friends with them, they can't see your message. It's in that other, you know what I mean? So what I train people to do is when you make a post on Facebook, the first thing I do is if I'm not friends with them, I friend them immediately and then I let them know, hey, accept my friend and I'll meet you in the DMs, you know? Or I just friended you, I'll meet you in the DMs.
Yeah, but would you just say it under your post?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Because again, remember, what's the whole goal of the post? I mean, I'm sorry, not the goal of the post, but I mean, what you want to do is have a social interaction on the post, right? That
Yeah.
boosts the post.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
just trying to figure Facebook out because I literally was just like scroll, you know what I mean? Just to see what my family was doing. But with the business that I'm in now, it's not flying on TikTok. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm over here on Facebook.
Well, I'm still going to tell you guys, and if you listen to all the major people, okay, literally, people will tell you pick one platform, master that platform before you go to the next platform. I mean, anybody that you follow from Gary Vee to I'm trying to think who Megan and I always do a lot from Maria Went. You know, they
I
all
love her.
yeah, she's very good. But they will tell you master one. And still to this day, you guys, even though I know that some people think Facebook's like, dated or whatever, it still is the number one platform, um, for leads and stuff. I mean, it just is. But here's what I want you to know, that just because it's still considered that, you have to look at where you're getting the most results. Allison, do you think you get the most results on Instagram or Facebook?
Well, my Facebook is my baby account. So just getting into Facebook, I wish I would have done it sooner. But
Yeah.
I completely agree
Me
with you,
too.
mastering one. Um, and I mean, I'll just say this, and Joan, like, correct me if you don't think
Yeah.
this way, but what I would do is I would go grab TikToks, right, and download those without the watermark because you don't want a
Yep.
TikTok watermark going into the Facebook algorithm, right? I
Yep.
would go download those and get those in your camera roll, and I would have those things ready to upload every day on Facebook. Boom, boom.
That's what I do every day. I still post on my TikTok, but I have
Mhm.
other businesses that relate to some of the content that
Yeah.
I make that I put on my Facebook. But to
Hang
per
on just
se talk about the
Arthur.
company that I really want to talk about, It doesn't fly on TikTok. They ain't got the money for it, but they got the money for the digital products. They got the money for the other things. So,
One thing that stood out, and this is just me coming from a business perspective, don't shop with other people's wallets. Real, like when you, that's the one thing that I just caught that you said right there, is they don't have the wallets. If you were to go look at my TikTok, you wouldn't know really anything about me. Like I would post my content, but you wouldn't know. I think my TikTok's my baby account too. I think I have like 3,000 over there. But I would not shop with other people's wallets on TikTok. But I do think that Facebook has a higher relationship standpoint than Instagram and then into other platforms in TikTok. I think TikTok, the trust factor is just like way down here.
absolutely.
It's harder to, I know what you're saying. It's harder. It you're gonna create more, I believe, kind of relationship style connections from Facebook. I agree with you 100%, Allison. And it's also, you guys, I mean, I know people, I have a really, really good friend. I think she's got 500,000 followers on Instagram. She does have a TikTok and she still swears by Facebook. Like that's where she really, you know, makes the connections. But I mean, again, it just, what I tell people is just keep one platform, whatever it is. I mean, I know some people, like I know this guy, Mike, he teaches TikTok. That's his number one platform, right? And he's mastered it and boom. So, Gina, do you feel like is the majority of where you are spending your time in Facebook?
Um, I feel like it's kind of equal because I do a lot of my videos in TikTok
Yeah,
and then I upload them into Facebook.
right.
But when I go live on TikTok, I mean, I talk about that business, but I talk about other ones that I have too.
And how does it feel? I guess the other thing I want to say about this is, um, how do you how do you feel the rate of being able to talk to people is? Do you know what I mean? Like, are they likely to talk to
On
you on TikTok?
TikTok,
Yeah, or not?
on
Is it
TikTok,
hard?
TikTok is more of you got to show up consistently, get people that, find value in what you're talking about. And you have to build a community over there.
Hmm.
Where,
Hmm.
I mean, there's a lot more spam, I think, over there with people that will put like their comment word under your photo and you send them information, you don't hear from them, and it's like, okay, that's a fake profile. But where you can see more if someone's a real person on
Right.
Facebook.
Yeah. Right.
And I haven't gone live on Facebook, but I'm going to start going live on Facebook.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm going to rip that band-aid off
Hmm.
and start going
And
live
what
over
they're
there. And I want to just talk about that one business over there.
Yeah. Hmm. And what they're doing too on Facebook is lives are now turning into like reels. Like it's all kind of falling under one thing. Have you guys noticed that? It's kind of
Yeah,
interesting.
I know it has like the reel and the live button, and then you can put it on your stories if you want. You can put it on your news feed. Not
Yeah.
is it news
It's
feed,
just
right?
it's the way it's categorizing the
Page.
insights now. I don't know. Have you noticed that, Allison?
Which platform is that?
Facebook?
Facebook? No, I'm just hitting the ground on reels on Facebook.
Okay.
I'm just,
Yeah,
I'm
no, no.
just,
It's well, because you guys, I did 30 days of live. I just did it because whatever I ask people to do, I will not, I will not give anybody anything I haven't done,
did
right?
you like that when you did that?
30 days of lives.
Yeah.
I actually did. I had fun doing it.
Hmm.
Um, but it was more of an experiment, like I just wanted to be able to come back and tell people, here's what happened.
Hmm.
Um, because many people think that Facebook Lives aren't working out very well anymore, right? Just like they think groups are not as, blah, blah, blah. So
Right.
for me, what I found was I was just basically doing 30 days of lives. Like when I would go on my walk, I would do lives and then I tested it. So then I would do just lives where I would come and give value, like a little mini training, just like here's 3 tips to blank. So I was testing that. So more like talking heads live type thing. And then I was doing what was the other thing I tested? Talking heads live. I did it when I was walking. Oh God, there was one other thing. I'm drawing a blank. But here's what I found after 30 days of live. After about 2 weeks, so I think it was like 10 or 11 days, I
Mhm.
recognized that Facebook was recognizing me as somebody that was like a live content creator. Do you know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
was starting to see myself getting put in front of more people and more people. And it
Yeah.
took about 11 to 12 days. That's where I started noticing, my views. And of course, the content matters too. Because like when I did a live and said my network marketing company shut down, like that was my hook. I mean, I think I got like 5,000 views, like quickly, and then I got tons of people calling me like, "Huh, what did you join that just shut down?" Well, that if they would have listened, it wasn't that. It was just the hook, right? Um, so, these platforms, you guys, it's like, God, we get good at selling, we get good at recruiting, and then we got to be fucking, oh, geez. Anyway, then we have to be these marketers that also understand all these platforms. So it's challenging. I mean, even Megan and I, it's really hard to keep up. We're chat GPTing all the time. That's another thing. If you're ever in question, like get really specific. Don't you guys do that? Do you get really specific with chat GPT? I'm always saying things like, like right now is the longest that I haven't posted ever in my life on Facebook. It's been like 4 days. I mean, I've shared like some stories and stuff, okay? But like I'm like, okay, how do I reintroduce myself without just going in for engagement? And I want to share with you guys what I actually know about this. And you may know this stuff, all right? But it's changed, okay? So the first thing that I know is that you want to let your stories run out. Do you guys know that? Okay, you want to let the stories completely run out so you don't have anything for a minute. Because what happens is Facebook recognizes you as, oh, this person has new content, right? It's not, like people that do like 10, 20, and then they keep it or whatever, they keep it rolling all the time. Their views are going to be way less. So you want to completely let your stories run out. All right. Even if just for 15 minutes. I mean, like, so if I post a story at 9 in the morning and maybe I do, I don't do like tons of them. Like you might do a carousel or you might just do 2 or 3 or 4, do them, in my opinion, fairly close together so that you let it run out. And then what you'll recognize is the next day you'll get a lot of views, right away. Okay. The other thing is use polls. Polls are really, Facebook loves it when you use polls. Um, so post a story first before you post a static post. And it even suggests that even if you're gonna, how do I say this? Even if you're gonna post, right, or whatever, you're gonna create a reel or what, do the story first. And then what I also like to do is use my story to drive traffic to my static post. Do you guys do that? So you might share, you might share, you might start with like I said, start with the story and then drive traffic to your post from the story, right? So your stories, what's that? How? Um, well, there's two ways to do it. You're either going to just post a little part of your static post, right? It's like basically you're using it as curiosity, okay? And then you're basically driving people to your post, right? For more blah blah blah. Or you could make the post and then you share it to your stories. So people, when they're going through your stories, are then going to go to the post. Does that make sense? Yeah. How do you guys do it? I mean, I just notice from my experience of doing it and also from my views, right?
How is it bringing it to, how is the stories bringing them to your post?
Well,
Like, I don't
either
get
I'm,
that.
yeah. So remember, if you share it, so you do get points in the algorithm for sharing, right? So if you've got like a customer group or you've got, you know, you're going to share it to your story using the share button, right? So when
Yeah.
some people don't consume, some people only consume stories, right? They're a different audience, okay? When they see part of your post in stories, you're basically, they're reading part of it, then they want to know more, and you can even make a message, go here to learn more, or they just want to read more because they've only got the hook. Do you see what I mean?
Oh, is that because they only show so much of the post? Is that
Yeah,
what you're saying?
sure.
Okay.
Yeah. You can even do like your 20-second, you could even do like go out on your patio and talk a little bit about something and you can drive people to your post too. You see what I mean? For more, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. I mean, you want to just remember, you guys, that stories, reels, static posts, they all have different audiences. That's how come you can repurpose content so well on Facebook. Yeah. The other thing, and you guys, again, you may know this or you may not, but like if you have a post, and I mean, I'll just use like Megan and myself as an example, like um, you can go edit the post, the very beginning of the post. Right now, do you know what I'm talking? Like, so you make a static post, okay? Let's say the next day you want to drive more traffic to that same post, right? You can edit the post just a sentence or two at the top, like news alert, update, a new hook.
Okay. I've
And
seen you
then,
guys do that.
yeah, and then Facebook drives it back up to the top. It's almost like it's a new post in a sense. Okay. Do you
Does that
guys?
work too if you comment in your post too? Does that work if you
Yes.
comment in
Yes.
the
Yeah.
comments?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, I'm just going to get real basic, but a lot of people don't know this either. Like, what I do is right when I make a post, I will also ask 4 or 5 people to go immediately. Like, if it's something I don't do it every day or anything, but if it's something I really want people to see, I would be like, hey, Gina, real quick, go make a comment. Hey, Allie, go real quick. You know what I mean? People are happy to do it, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm always happy to do it for people. Do you guys have boost chats within your team? Like where you're boosting a post? Okay, that's another suggestion
I
that
will
you might,
now.
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
we talked about it, but
yeah.
we just haven't
So,
started it yet.
yeah, so like you can have a boost chat. And then I will tell you guys, they're really worthwhile because you know how there's people within your communities that they don't do a ton, but they are online. And they're really like those people that like want to help out at a meeting or do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
There are always people in our teams that are, 3 or 4 of them that are always willing to go and boost people's posts. So boost chats are really good too. And you just label it like, whatever your team name is, you just call it like, boost chat dash high flyers or whatever you are, you know? Yeah.
And you just make a group like you do with the messenger,
Just
basically?
a chat.
Or
Yeah.
you put it within your messenger, like inside the messenger, but
No, yeah. And I want to also, Gina, I just want to say this. I thought about it. I don't think it's a good idea to have a team chat on WhatsApp.
okay.
It's you want to keep it in Messenger, really. I mean, I kind of said like, okay, yeah, but it's not because guys, always remember this. Like I know people have Telegram and they got WhatsApp and they got, all this.
Discord and everything
Yeah.
else.
But when you're taking them off a platform to go have to interact, you're taking them off the platform, right? So now they're over in WhatsApp and they're not in Messenger. So like it's in my
We're
opinion,
the salt of the earth.
um,
Salt loses its flavor. You are the
Maureen, you're the salt of the earth.
salt.
you see what I mean? Right? So I would suggest that everybody keeps their team chat in Messenger. Yeah.
So one other thing I heard that I read, this guy, he has been trying to grow his Facebook and he monetized, he's made like 75,000 in the last couple of months, like for the last 2 years, he's been trying. So
Mhm.
one thing that he put on there, and I was like, oh, because I see this every now and then when I go to post something, that if you are part of groups and if you post right from your post instead of sharing it, like when you can post your post and you could send it right to the group as you're doing your post, like not going into the group and posting, but make a post and sharing it to that group from your page. It trains the algorithm
No, I believe that.
to,
Yeah.
to put like those people in front of your content.
Well, okay. Um, so if you want to have certain people in front of you, let's say like I'm going to use an example like Rob Sperry, good friend of mine. We already know like he is like a leader of leaders, right? I also work with leaders, like that's who I want to attract. So often, even though he's a good friend of mine, he doesn't have to be a good friend, is why I'm giving you guys the hint. You can go post on any of his posts, pick 3 of his posts and go comment. And now you will be in front of his audience. Do you follow me?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, again, I don't want to act like you guys don't know this stuff, but I don't want to act like you do. Because most people, I like Megan and I always think people know this, but they don't. So I'm just telling you,
Now, I appreciate everything because
yeah,
Facebook's a new beast to me. So
it's really important that your team members know this stuff because people often will ask me, like, how do how, I mean, I even tell people, go make comments on my post and you'll be in front of my audience. Smart. People that
Okay,
are,
repeat. Okay,
yeah,
because I did not know that on Facebook. So my wheels just went. Hold on a second.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So if I see a certain crowd I want to get in front of, and I go to that page, and let's say I make a comment, because Instagram doesn't necessarily do that. But if I did it on Facebook, now I'm going to be put in their feed, even though we're not friends.
Okay, say that just a second. Megan's, hang on a minute. She needs a code. All right, say that one more time. I'm sorry,
Okay.
Alex.
Well, you can get the code. I can wait.
Well, I mean, it's not, I just told her I don't see it. So, all right,
Oh, okay.
talk
So
to me.
if I find a crowd that I want to be in front of,
Yeah,
okay, okay, I'm just gonna ask.
yeah.
So bear with me, everybody. Sorry. And if you need to stop recording, you're good. I took all of my social media links off of my Facebook because they see it and then whoa, right. So I'm
Sure.
trying
I
to get
did
away
too.
from that reaction.
Yes.
So everybody thinks like my Facebook is just like little tiny, right? But if I see a crowd that I want to get in front of,
Yeah,
I can go make comments in there and then I'll be fed to their followers, even though we're not friends.
that's right. Now,
Huh.
here's what I want you guys to know. Let me show you. Let me just show you. I mean, it's all right. Okay, so
This is gonna be over 5 minutes.
all right, let's go pick someone. Well, let's just look at Roxbury. All right. So first thing, what I would do, okay, he deletes friends. Trust me, I know this, and I do it too. So I'm maxed out on friends, and I constantly, daily am deleting friends. Okay. Well, if you're maxed out, you got to do that because the goal, you want to collect friends. Notice he has 38,000 followers, but look, you could still friend request him. I mean, I'm friends with him, but do you know what I mean? Okay.
Because when you unfriend, there's still going to be a follower.
There's still going to be a follower. However, they're not going to probably see your messages. All right.
What's the max?
What's that?
I've forgotten the max for friends. What's the max?
5,000.
5,000. Okay, I'm nowhere near that.
Okay. Here's the thing that you want to know, or that you would want to do. Like, if it was me, first off, I would friend them, Allie. I would friend them no matter what. Okay. Then I would come in and I'd heart his post or any kind of reaction, and then even just making a comment, 3 to 4 words. Okay. Then I'd probably come down here and be like, wow, take the top 3 posts. It's just the easiest way to do it. Okay. You will now be in front of his newsfeed. You will be in front of people. Your stuff is going to show up in front of his people. So when you go do a post, like if you go do that in the morning and then you go do a post, guess who some of those people that you're not friends with are going to see your post? You see what I mean? This is how, now I'm going to stop share. This is how, when people say to me, it's really hard to get new friends on Facebook. This is something that I would share with them to do, right? It's not really hard to get new friends. You just have to know a strategy to do it. Okay. Hey, Allie, while you're right here, would you do us a favor? Would you ask Chat GPT, if you are just a follower and you comment on 3 different posts, would that still put you in front of their newsfeed? I want to know that because I'm not 100% sure on that. Oops, you're on mute, babe. I'm going to stop.
No, I'm talking.